Yo, you laying in the bed, your alarm go off, but your bed is just feeling too good, and you say, okay, I'm gonna just lay here and rest my eyes for like 2 seconds, then I'm gonna get up. Nope, you gotta actually get up. You're battling against your own mind, your old self and your new self. The old you is gonna keep pulling, so you gotta keep pushing. And trust me, it's gonna be pulling hard. Sometimes you may think that you're not making progress or that you backslid, but it's really that it's a minor setback for a major comeback. You know, life is a progress. We're gonna have setbacks. It's inevitable. But it's how you handle that setback. Will you get back up or will you just stay down? The righteous man falls 7 times and still he rises. So it's really all about your mindset. Will you win the battle with your mind? Every day is a battle. Every day is a battle, and you have to consciously choose to win because you really already won. You have already won because if God is for us, who can be against us? It all starts in the mind. And one thing that will help you is habit stacking, which is basically you start one habit and you add more to it. You keep adding more to it. I had to start over. Like, I had to start all the way over with just make sure I brush my teeth twice a day. For real. And from there, I started making sure that I was working out in the morning. And I'm still trying to make sure that I wake up on time. Still trying. But guess what? Some days are better than others. And when I do wake up the time that I set to wake up, well, even if I don't wake up the time that I set to wake up, I'm still happy that I woke up. You know, I'm still trying my hardest. And at the end of the day, you have to tell yourself, I'm proud of you. You did great today. Give yourself a hug at the end of the day because you did your best. We are all just trying to survive and be the best us we can be. Some of us have just realized our potential, so we go 10 times harder. Some of us haven't waking up to that yet. And that's okay because we all have different journeys. We all are in our own path of life, and that's completely okay. As long as you're trying, as long as you haven't lost sight. Some days, it may very well seem as if you're not getting anywhere. But trust and believe that if you look back, you will see how far you have come. And if your why is big enough, you will know that you can't stop. You will know that you have to keep going. You will know that people are literally counting on you. People are counting on you. There are people attached to yourself that you haven't even met, that you haven't even heard of. And they probably haven't even heard of you yet. But in a few years, or however long it may take, shoot, it could be tomorrow, next week, next month, the next minute, the next hour. There are people connected to your success. It's not about you anymore. It is not about you anymore. It's about who you're impacting. And with that being said, you got to be doing things, you got to have integrity. What are you doing behind closed doors? Because people can tell. You can't just get up here and act like you somebody when you in real life you act a totally different way. I'd rather have impact and influence. Because when I'm making an impact, that means I'm helping somebody change. I'm helping somebody see a different perspective. But if I have influence, that just means I'm able to control somebody. I don't want control. learn how to control yourself. Have a sound mind, because God has gifted that to us. Learn to be able to think on your own, make your own decisions. Nobody should be able to have that much influence on you that they are able to control how you think, how you feel, what you do, except for God. That's a place that you don't want to be. Because honestly, I have been there. I didn't know how to think for myself at one point, and I didn't just magically get here. I had to go through lessons, repeated lessons, repeat. I mean, and it's like, dang, when are you ever gonna learn, girl? But at the same time, you gotta be patient with yourself. Love on yourself. Let yourself know that you're trying. Just in case nobody else has told you. Reaffirm yourself. Don't depend on nobody else for that. Because me, all my life, I was rewarded for getting good grades, man. And when that stopped, it was like, who's gonna love me now? You know? And it's not that I wasn't getting good grades, but me getting awarded for that, it has stopped. And that was like the only type of love that I was relying on, you know? And I'm still healing from that today. And it hurts. It hurts. I'm gonna be honest, it hurts sometimes. But you gotta be able to give yourself all the love that you couldn't receive or that you won't receive. You gotta accept the fact that maybe your parents won't be the parents that you need them to be. Maybe you won't ever receive that love from them. But you can give that love to yourself. You can receive that love from God. And when you love yourself, you get to express love as well. And then that love is going to come back to you in ways that you won't even think of. That love is going to make a full circle back to you. So if you feel unloved, give that love to yourself. Connect with your heart. Understand what you're feeling inside without judging yourself. For me, I like to write in my journal. Because at one point, I couldn't even express myself out loud. I didn't know how to without crying. I didn't know how. In relationships, I would just sit there. They would ask me what's wrong, and y'all know that feeling that you feel when you're about to cry, and it's like, I can't cry in front of them, but it just happens anyway, and it's like, dang. I can't even, like, dang. I don't want to show y'all these emotions. But you got to be able to love yourself so much that you don't even care who sees you cry. Because that's part of being human. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for showing human emotions. Don't let nobody make you feel bad for feeling how you feel. As long as you don't sit in that for too long. As long as you get right back up. As long as you know God is there comforting you. If you're willing to allow him to. If you go to him.